partnership between startups and corporates, on the other hand, are playing a huge role in going greener. And that's what we're seeing at the booth of Samsung as well. And I would like to welcome you, Steffen. You are the Director Corporate Affairs at Samsung. And Justin, you are working for Fellas. You are actually one of the founders of Fellas. Thanks for joining us at the GreenTech Festival.
Thank you for having us here.
Steffen, why did you decide to join the GreenTech Festival with your vision?
Well, we are very proud to be here with our program Samsung for Impact. It's an accelerator program Samsung in Germany has actually created to support Zebra startups. Zebra startups are startups which are actually, on the one hand, building on digital technologies, but on the other hand, they are sustainable and they are profitable.
And what is your motivation to support Zebra startups with Samsung for Impact?
Well, we think that Zebra startups in specific can really play an essential role for a more sustainable economy and a more sustainable society. And with the program, we would like actually to bring them forward so that they can really leverage their full potential. And our main ambition, and it's a dream actually, that the next unicorn could become a Zebra. In addition, I think, which is very important, and we can see this with all these different startups, we would like to drive the ambition and the motivation to become an entrepreneur. And on the second part, we would like to develop digital competences in Germany.
So the partnerships are key for your company as well, right?
Well, yes, actually, it's on the one hand, we would like to really support them with our network, with our power. But in addition, we would like really to change a kind of a mindset so that you have to combine profitability and actually sustainability as part of the business DNA.
How's the level between startup and corporate in your case? Is it like friendship, or is it working together for the best result possible?
Well, I think on one side, sometimes big companies are actually understood as being the big players.
Sure.
But I think startups actually give a lot of kind of inspiration. And this can help even to transform big companies from inside by inspiration, or it's a mindset we also need in big companies.
And why did you choose Tech for Green Deal as this year's model?
I think with the Green Deal, the policy sector or the political side has actually set a very, very ambitious as well as one of the most significant, I think, targets and political commitment of the next 10 years. We believe, as a tech company, we believe that technology can certainly help to achieve these goals the Green Deal has set itself. So from that side, I think it's a good combination to understand and make people aware that technology can even help to address and tackle these kind of digital and societal challenges we make.
You're talking about challenges we have as a community and society as well. What problem do you solve with Fellas?
Fellas solves one very simple problem. If you look at the world, we don't have a 100% renewable energy grid. And you might wonder what is missing there, because in the history of humanity, it has never been cheaper to produce electricity, and the cheapest form of production is not fossil fuels, it's renewables. So what's missing? What's missing is how do we get the energy from sun, which is only by definition shining during the day, be usable in the night. We need large storage, and that storage for electricity needs to be cheap, sustainable and scalable. And it needs to scale globally, and that's what we build with Fellas.
And what's so special about your building or your product?
We use a different technology. So we use liquid air energy storage. So we use air that we all breathe and know for the storage medium, and our solution is safer, it is more sustainable, and it's especially more scalable, because if we want to solve this global problem, we need a solution that sustainably scales globally, and that's what we really are doing.
Another participant of Samsung's for Impact is Precise. Tell us something more about that.
This is also a very fascinating company, startup. They look actually in products and use products which you can buy normal supermarket stores. It's a mobile phone. And with a mobile phone, you are able actually to take a picture of your body size, which helps you to actually choose the right size of a clothes you want to purchase. And that gives actually the benefit that you do not order something on online retail and then you have to send it back because it doesn't match with your body size. So there is a huge impact on CO2 reduction, especially in this kind of logistics. What you purchase, order, is delivered to you and you deliver it back.
Of course. And what about Aurora Tech, the third participant of Samsung for Impact?
I think another very fascinating company, because they address actually wildfires. And with satellite technology, they identify areas where wildfires are actually in the very early stage. It's a specific kind of photographic solution, so that you can identify very early where it is, and then you can act. So that is, I think, in my view, a very, very advanced and very useful technology when you look to California or other areas in the world, so that you can easily manage actually the fire workers.
We are all talking about going green or more sustainable. What does sustainability mean for you personally?
Well, I think it's a very decentralized aim. Everyone can participate. Mm-hmm. Everyone has to get a kind of an understanding, a kind of a sensitivity around it. So sometimes there is a very close by activity you can do on a daily basis. You just need to know how and where you can do it. So I think with the program we try to do, we want to make this kind of more awareness generation. So that you can have, certainly on the one hand, an own personal understanding, which is better, but on the other hand, we would like to leverage solutions which can help you actually to do more and be more sustainable.
How is it for you?
I think for me it's really about figuring out where do I have an impact. It's on the one hand making sure, because my way of expressing this urge to make the world better is founding this startup. I thought, fundamentally speaking, if you want to change the world for the better, it's best if you make that zebra. That I didn't know that term before this program, but it's amazing, because if you find a way how you can make the world better and make it profitable, you have all the existing systems in your favor. And that's, I think, my biggest way of showing sustainability and growing that, by making a company that profits from a better world.
That's super impressive. So the GreenTech Festival is showing a lot of green innovations. What did surprise you in the last 2 days?
Well, I think it gives at least the impression that this topic is nothing new and isolated anymore. Corporates are really in it. They would like to understand how they can contribute by actually transforming, and what can they do actually to also become better and sustainable in the future in regards to the CO2 footprint on one hand, but also what about their business model in regards to sustainability. And startups can, I think, play exactly here the very essential role, because they can help the big companies in order to transform. So this is, I think, very impressive. And the GreenTech Festival is an ideal platform to get all these people together, so that they get an exchange, that they can meet, exchange ideas and experiences. So from that side, I think it's a fantastic opportunity for everyone who comes here.
And how was the feeling for you after the pandemic, obviously not meeting that much people personally? Was this like, I don't know, strange or good feeling? What do you feel?
A brief inside story. We founded the company officially in November 2020. So we have never had a normal, we have met usually our investors after many virtual calls, and then one of them we haven't ever met in physical person so far. Yes, like all the business meetings we ever had pretty much over the last 2.5 years, most of them were all virtual. So for us, this was our first business trip, literally. So it's great to see how it works also when you can actually meet people again. It's nice.
So you founded your company in a quite challenging spot and time, right?
Yes.
What was the most or the biggest challenge?
I think the biggest is we grew by doing a lot of remote work. For us, we started remote. Like, we don't have a classic office space, but still maintaining like a good feeling, a good vibe in the team when you're doing it remotely, making sure that you build up systems and processes so that you take care of each other. That is always an ongoing effort, but you can do it. That's what I want to also push forward and communicate.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us at the GreenTech Festival. We see you next year, right?
Thank you very much for having us here.
Yeah, thank you very much. And